At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by IAT. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by IAT today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Get your vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our number one goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders from all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Okay. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Northfield Ice Arena again as we bring you boys hockey this evening. It is the Northfield Raiders 12-1 and 2 on the season, taking on 8-1 Mankato East. In the first meeting, it was a 4-1 contest. It was pretty tight. It was 2-1 into the third period, and then I think they got another goal and an empty netter. So it wasn't as big of a win as you thought at 4-1. And so tonight it's going to be an interesting contest because they're very fast, they're very physical. They may be 8-1, but they've had a lot of games that have come down to the wire. They just lost one the other night, 2-1. So it was close right to the end.
Yeah, and that was a loss to Rochester Century at Graham Arena in Rochester. Rochester Century's only lost one game in the conference. That goal, I looked at it, was scored with like 2 minutes left in the game. So that was a close game. The East Cougars are coming off a state tournament trip from Section 3, my old stomping grounds, not the hockey hotbed of the state, but the Cougars are not going to be intimidated. And this is a bit of a trap game for the Raiders, I think. They could be looking ahead to that game against Cathedral on Friday, that St. Cloud Cathedral matchup in Bloomington, and I hope that isn't the case. Hopefully we have another example like against Red Wing of them just coming out and taking care of business.
So we were able to talk to both coaches in the pregame as well. Adam Freese, of course, just talking about playing their game. And what is their game? Their game is fast. It's very fast. They're very, very good skaters out here. They do have the opportunity to get up and down the ice really fast. So that's where you get penalties that way. You start getting slashing and hooking penalties and tripping penalties if you start trying to catch them. Yep. So the key is defensively, the Northfield Raiders have to be in position and be ready for that breakout, especially a breakout from the zone, because they will fly down the ice.
Yeah, you got to move your feet, Jimmy. You can't be puck watching. You got to be watching your territory and, not reaching, because the refs are going to call that. That's the easiest penalty in hockey to call, when that sticks out, tugging at somebody or tripping somebody. So, yeah, stay staying out of the box, the Raiders did a nice job of that against Red Wing. I think we're going to be playing a team tonight with a little more speed and a little more overall skill. And so we need to match that.
Well, then also you think about, they are pretty physical at the same time. So they're going to do a lot of forward checking, back checking, different things like that. So what you don't want to do is then get into some sort of a, retaliation where you're boarding them or you're hitting them from behind or you get them up against the boards and now you're going to get a penalty.
Right, a major penalty or something could turn a game around. We saw that last year against Rochester John Marshall. I mean, it can make a difference. So, yeah, staying out of the box, staying mature, focused, eyes on the prize, know what they need to do. They did it already this year against East. It can be done again tonight, but they've just got to play their game and not get caught up in East, physicality.
So Thunanik, Quist, Hansen, and Betts are the top scorers for Mankato East here this evening. So look for them to get the puck a lot. There's a lot of guys that are on this team that were playing in the junior varsity game. I did notice that. So how deep are they? I'm not exactly sure how deep they're going to go tonight.
Yeah, I don't know either. Looking at their numbers, I know this Thunanik kid is a good hockey player. He's one of their big scorers, but they don't have a ton of guys that have scored a lot of goals, but they do have a number of people that have contributed. And so coach here obviously is willing to roll some lines for East, and he's they're 500. They're a 500 team right now, and again, this is not a game the Raiders can overlook. They need to come out and play hockey.
Well, the good thing is you can look at this and you can see that the Raiders do a lot of that. They get a lot of guys on the ice because everybody on the team, with the exception of Trey Shimoda, has contributed in some fashion or another, either scoring a goal or providing an assist for Northfield. So they've had the luxury, because of some of the bigger games like the 7-1 games and the 10-1 games, to get these kids on the ice, get them some experience. And, there's a bunch of young guys, Ashton Pumper, Michael Stewart, Christian Whiteman, Benjamin. These guys are young guys that have joined this team. It's not all about that first line, but they are contributing a lot more to the success because they've been able to get on the ice so much and get the experience they need. So, we're running deep. We run deep and we run well.
We saw that with Whiteman and Benjamin on the penalty kill last time, the forechecking, the effort. Becker, too. And I complimented the defense last game for just really playing well. Having Ty Frank seems to kind of isolate that, but Frank, Rand, Geiger, Pumper, Berger Riley, that's a solid blue line core, and I think that's really the key thing for the Raiders tonight, to just keep the other team under check and let the depth maybe wear them down a little bit.
So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk to the coaches in our pregame. You're listening to Raider Hockey right here on 95.1 The One, KYMN, and AM 1080, and streaming live right here on NorthfieldLive.com. We'll be right back.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
KYMN Radio 95 to 1 has been serving the Northfield area since 1968, delivering local news, weather, and sports every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Whether it's 95.1 FM, AM 1080, or online at kymnradio.net, we'll keep you up to date with the latest happenings and events in Northfield and the surrounding area. And be sure to follow us on social media too. KYMN 95 The One, we're all things Northfield.
Starting the home building process is challenging and it can be overwhelming at times. That's why Schmidt Homes has a plethora of 1 to 2 story floor plans to help you get started. Their vast options feature a wide range of square footage, design styles, bedroom, and bathroom count. Their dedicated team will work with you every step of the way to turn your dream home into a reality. When you're ready to start your next project, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Don't wait to start building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
A health savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Northfield Ice Arena. Gordon Moore along with Lance and Mickey Reister on the camera here this evening. And again, we want to thank you for joining us this evening. And it'll be the Northfield Raiders taking on Mankato East. And we were able to catch up with our coaches beforehand. But tonight's coaches' interviews, of course, brought to you by your hometown credit union. Serving 26 counties in southern Minnesota. They have 2 locations in Owatonna, 1 in Faribault, and 1 in Northfield. Let's see what Adam Fries has to say about tonight's contest.
We did all the right things, played a good system, played good structured hockey, played hard, and just came out 1 goal shy of that one. But we had a big section win last week, so that's going to help us. So hopefully at the end of that last 10 here, we really looking to put some punch into the game and see where it takes us.
Well, it was 4-1 last time against Northfield down in your house. So what do you take from that? Did you look at some of your tape and kind of bring that into tonight's game?
Yeah, we watched a lot of film. Again, I feel like sometimes we got to watch out for Northfield's top line. They have great top line players. Some of the probably best in the conference, actually. And then after that, I think we have to control our own destiny. I think we have depth. I think we have speed. We just need to make sure that we know who we're on the ice against. And when we're on the ice against those strong players, we got to make sure that we can take care of business, especially defensively.
Health-wise, how's your team?
We're missing a top guy tonight due to a broken nose, but otherwise we're looking to be all right so far.
Was that an altercation on the ice or outside?
No, it was on the ice incident.
Okay.
Yeah, so not a fight, but a tough check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, is there anything else? Is there anything you want to tell your guys tonight that I need you to really focus on this if we're going to try to get success?
We have to just focus on structured hockey. When you play a good team, you can't run around. As soon as you run around, you get caught and you're going to lose a race, right? And when you lose a race against a good team, they're going to score on you. So we just want to make sure we play structured, we play fast, and we play with a will to win.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
Yep, thank you, sir.
All right, that is head coach Adam Fries from the Mankato East Scarlets. We'll take a short break, and we'll come right back, and we'll get the pregame from head coach Mike Luckcraft. You're listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN 95.1 The One and AM 1080 and streaming live on northfieldlive.com.
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
Well, there we go. That was our coach's interview there with Adam Fries. And, of course, like I say, they're very fast and physical, but if they play structured and play disciplined, they believe they have a chance with just about anything. And basically, it's the same thing that Mike Luckcraft said in his pregame interview. Joining us this evening, head coach Mike Luckcraft. Nice victory the other night against Mayo. and now you've got Mankato East. You did beat them down in their house 4-1 last time. Do you look at a lot of tape on that one, or do you just kind of play your game?
I would definitely look at tape. It was a 2-1 game. Late in the third period. So it was a super competitive game. That's the kind of team they are. They just had a great game with Century. I think Century scored with about 30 seconds left to win 2-1. And they've had a lot of tight battles. So Mankato East plays a physical style. They kind of plug it up in front of the net. So you got to really work hard to win loose puck battles. They're always good in goal. Again, stay out of the penalty box and take care of opportunities 5-on-5. Tough to play good teams 4-on-5. So it'll be a challenging game for sure.
Must be nice to have Kai Frank there.
Oh my God, yeah. It's funny. You don't realize how much you miss somebody until they actually come back. He just brings such a super high skill level and a very patient skill set. He plays physical, but he knows when to do that. He's super active as an offensive participant. He's got great hands. He can shoot the puck. So, we did fine the first half of the season when it wasn't in the lineup, but the minute he came back, you noticed the difference.
Well, it seemed like he got his legs under him because he was flying all over the ice the other night, so he must be feeling pretty good.
Well, for sure. And that, he's had some back issues, so we were concerned about that coming back, but he's managed it well, and he's going hard. He's a leader, he's a team captain, he's been one of our top players for the last 3 years, so great to have that element on the ice, and then he's a super talented player, so great to have that as well.
So I know that you start getting a lot more. You got Boardman and Whiteman and Stewart. These guys seem to be contributing a lot more on the ice.
Oh, yeah. The young guys, I think we knew at the start of the year we had a great senior leadership group, and it would be how quickly the sophomore guys started to gel. They tried to put them in the best situation possible, but we had a tough schedule at the start of the year, so you're kind of throwing them into the fire right away, and slowly they've adapted to high school hockey and kind of the commitment to certain aspects of the forecheck and in the zone, and they're doing a great job. So.
Starting lineups and our national anthem is brought to us by Ritchie Eye Clinic. If you're interested in improving your vision, scheduling a free consultation at Ritchie Eye Clinic is a great first step. So that's the Raiders, and I almost started an inter-town rival when I called them the Scarlets earlier, and they're actually the Cougars, and they are the Cougars of Mankato East. Mankato West is the Scarlets. So
yeah,
I didn't want to get them upset right at the get-go. But
yeah, for any of our Mankato listeners, we deeply apologize. My wife is a Scarlet, so I know that difference. But if you're not from Mankato, you might not know it. But yeah, East is the newer of the two schools from the early 70s, actually, if I remember. And the West Scarlets, both teams are in Section 3. I mentioned before that East has done well in that section. They're ranked third right now, and as the coach indicated, they had a nice win over Minnesota River the other night, a big section win. And so, yeah, they're going to come to play tonight, Jimmy. The boys here in white and maroon and gold need to bring it.
They need to bring it right from the face-off. And, of course, Mankato East in the black. They're actually black breezers. They got their gold visiting ones with gold with black stripes on the Raiders with the white and the maroon and the gold striped jerseys and maroon breezers here this evening, going from left to right on your radio dial. The Raiders will control the opening face-off, and they'll dump it deep into the zone. And they'll come up in behind the net real quick. They're attacking fast. There's some checking going on down in the corner right there. And it's Ty Frank who's in the contest. And that puck just gets off the skate there of Hansen. And Hansen is, that one just bounced right into the goalie's hands. Kunst over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ty was trying to pass or shoot there, but he clearly didn't get all that. And Hansen probably wisely covered it up just to the left of the crease.
So the first line is on the ice here this evening to open up the contest. And it will be coming away with it just barely will be Mankato, but they cannot seem to clear the zone, and the Raiders will continue to hold it. And there's a shot, one-timer from the point there by Ty Frank, but that one's broken up pretty easily by the defense. Another shot towards the goal, but I think that one went errantly to the right as well, because I think he was looking for Kaiser in that right hash. Now the Cougars will clear it. The Cougars were trying to clear it. No, they can't clear it. Randall hold it in. Frank towards the goal. And deflection out front by Munson out there. Went right over the top of the net. Finally, the Cougars will pick one up and clear their zone and finally get one all the way through into neutral ice before the Raiders pick it back up. Kaiser will come down the right side. They wave off the offsides. There's a shot. That one's deflected and all the way to the far side. Mankato trying to clear it. Raiders will pick it up in their own zone. Setting themselves up. Here comes Riley, Bridger Riley, down the right-hand side. Now he'll fire it right towards the net, and they'll try to put that one down on the ground. As they do, as Com tries to pick it up and clear the zone for Mankato. In hot pursuit there is Aaron Com. Aaron Com in behind. The Raiders will hold it in. Raiders definitely the aggressor here offensively to start out this first part. There's Michael Stewart, who we talked about in the pregame. Riley with a shot. That one's deflected right out front. Rebound picked up by Mankato, but now recovered by the Raiders. Munson will drop that one up to Riley. Riley will send it down. There's a shot towards the goal, and up and in round and behind goes Cashin before it is finally picked up there by Ben Geiger down in the corner. He tries to send it up and out, and it leaves the zone, so they'll regroup here for Northfield. There is a stick poke right there, but Raiders will recover it in neutral ice, and then they'll try to push it up and out before it's picked up by Com to the near side. Down into the zone it goes. It is in the Raider zone now. 14:39 remaining here in the first period. No goals. Just one shot on goal thus far this evening. As long as the Raiders have been in there, they've been in there for about 2.5 minutes, pretty much in Mankato's zone, but they've only got one shot on goal thus far. That puck's going to go all the way down, and now we'll have an icing call on Mankato.
You know, one thing, Jimmy, it's going to be interesting with the pace of the game being pretty intense. How short are these shifts? I saw Andrew Winter get off in 45 seconds, which is ideal, but Kaiser's first shift is almost 2 minutes. The coach may want to speed that up a little bit.
Face off in the Mankato zone, and they will recover it. Fires it out of there. There's Asher. Asher tries to clear it. Pumper holds it right back in, and they'll send it over to the far side to Simon. He'll dump it all the way down in behind as Benjamin tries to pick it up and forward. The pass, there's a shot across the middle. That's a rebound right out in front. The Kaiser's right there, and then we've got a penalty. Cross-checking looks like coming up.
Right in front of the net. The kid was going in for the rebound, and the East kid cross-checked him. We're going to see who gets the trip to the box here. Jimmy, it looks like it's number 11 for Mankato East. That would be Owen Quist, one of their forwards, assistant captains, and that was a well-deserved 2 minutes in the send-in.
All right, well, they're Raiders score 1 out of every 3 times in the power play, pretty much. It's actually a little bit more than that, but they are a very effective power play. And usually they got that first line out there, but they've got a second line out there right now, as you got Ben Geiger over there and Bridger Riley at the top. And they'll force that one down to the corner, down underneath the red line. Back to the top it comes, to the near side.
2 minutes.
That one went right up and over the goalie and ducked, if you will. That was coming right for his head, and I think he just dropped his, he got lucky there.
Yeah.
So here's another shot from the top. Nope, he'll send it back to the far corner. There's a shot broken up. Nice defensive play there by Thinanik. And that is, like I said, their top scorer, but he's going to hit the bench right away, and the Raiders will pick it up. 1:18 remaining in the power play for Northfield.
Nice block there by Christian Thinanik for the Cougars, giving his team a chance to get a line change.
Geiger down the right side into the right slot. Now in behind the net he goes, looking for something. And he sends it back to the top. Riley. Back and forth, playing a little game of tag over there. There's a shot towards the goal, and he'll just wrap that one up. Kuntz will take it in the glove. They'll stop the play. We'll have a face-off just to his right with 58 seconds remaining in the power play. 13:01 in the period.
The Raiders have the Cougars on their back heels a little bit on this power play. You can see the Mankato coaches are really insistent, trying to get their team engaged. Right now, we're controlling the play.
So here comes the number 1 line on the ice. And the face-off will be controlled temporarily by Mankato. And that'll send it all the way over to the far boards, and he gets crushed in the corner over there. Is Mankato, and the Raiders will regroup and recover from their own zone, and they'll fly up the ice. Kaiser from the right side likes to work himself in. There's a shot, and that one sneaks by. Goal. He had the block, and then somehow he just slid through it, and Kaiser's going to put them on the board 1-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard to start the scoring here in the first period.
Yeah, it's at the 12:35 mark of the first period. Cam Kaiser is going to get that goal with a really nice power move from the right side. Used his leverage, got in front of the goaltender. I think the goalie got the first one, but not the second. We'll see if there's an assist on it. Might be unassisted.
Number 12, Cam Kaiser. Assist number 7, Ty Frank. On the power
so they're giving Kaiser the goal and Frank the assist on that one. So Kaiser again with his 20th goal of the season, 34th overall point on the season for Kaiser. And for Mr. Frank, that is his 6th assist on the season. Not too bad for a guy who missed half of it.
No, and that Raider power play, as you said, Jimmy, is really deadly. East cannot afford to be in the penalty box against that power play.
12:20 remaining here in the first period for the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northfield on top, 1-0, and there's a shot. A couple of guys collided hard there on the ice. Down they go.
Christian Whiteman delivered the mail there. Wow, was that a hit. Clean, but tough.
And Cato trying to clear the puck from their own zone, deep in their own zone. Being contested hard is Whiteman down there. He will not let them come out of that corner. Now they finally skate it over, flip it up off the top of the glass, and then it'll go all the way down in the Northfield zone. And we're going to have a stoppage of play here. Looks like some
we got interference penalties being called.
And that is going to go against the Northfield Raiders. That's me, Boardman, with interference.
Yeah, that's going to be it. 2 minutes for interference for Mr. Boardman. Sam Boardman, a senior, putting East on the power play at the 11:49 mark of the first period with the Raiders with a 1-0 lead.
So their power play not that impressive for Mankato East, but either way you look at it, they're going to be shorthanded. But the Raiders,
17
excellent penalty kill. They are up to 80% now on the penalty kill on the season. Raiders in the Mankato zone right now in the far corner. And they will bring that all the way back into neutral ice, send that down and in. They'll pick that up. They're just going to stall a little bit here. They're just going to take their time off of it, and Kaiser goes all the way down into the corner. So again, short-handed, but they get the job done on the penalty kill.
Yeah, that was nice. They're skating through East defense. They're looking fairly unimpressed with it, frankly.
Mankato through the neutral zone, fires it all the way deep. Down goes Stidanek, down in the corner. Riley tries to cut him off, and the Raiders will fire it all the way back down to the other end of the ice. And don't blink, because Michael Stewart was right on top of the goalie there as that puck goes into Mankato's zone, again, deep into their own zone with 55 seconds remaining on the power play. They have yet to get a shot, yet to set it up, and yet to even get it set up in the zone. So again, this penalty kill by Northfield is just amazing.
Yeah, two men in on the forecheck, Jimmy. That's a little unusual in high school hockey. Normally they say one in, and this two-man, sometimes three-man forecheck is really causing problems for the Cougars.
And they try to push it up and through, and Ty Frank comes away with it. Puck is the turnover in their own zone, and there's a shot on goal, but that one's covered up there, Shimoda. So Ty Frank with a nice play, but then he got turned around down in the corner there and ended up losing the puck out in front of the pretty side of the net.
Yeah, that was a nice play by number 6, Griffin Asher, for the Cougars. He out-battled Ty Frank for that puck and went around the other side and had East's first shot on goal, and that was a nice one. Nice save by our goaltender, Max Frank.
So it is, of course, 22 seconds remaining in the power play for Mankato. They did get a shot out of the deal on the turnover by the Northfield Raiders. Cashin trying to control the puck in the zone, tries to dump it into Mankato. That comes out, and they will try to clear out. Here goes Asher down that left side. He'll try to roll in with a centering pass through the crease. Now it's down underneath again. In behind the net it goes. The Northfield trying to clear it. Holding on top of him is Pumper. Pumper on top. They clear the puck Asher from the top of the left circle. He'll try to fire it through. The Raiders will pick it up. Pumper will push it all the way through. That is the end of the power play. We're back at full strength. 9:32 to go in the first period. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, Northfield 1-0 in favor of Northfield at the 4:25. Power play goal by Cam Kaiser earlier in the period. And now we'll have a stoppage of play again and bring it back deep into the Mankato Cougar zone.
Yeah, pretty clean penalty kill there for the Raiders. One shot on goal by the Cougars. Face-offs coming down and back in the Cougar end after the ice.
Controlled by Mankato off the face-off. They'll fire it all the way through. Another turnover in the neutral zone as Mankato will try to take it down to the left. Centering pass out front, broken up by the defense. And that's going to be Kennelly who tries to break it up as the Northfield tries to clear the zone. Can't. Drop it back into their own, deep into their zone, and they'll start all over again. Pushing it forward to Whiteman. He'll take it through neutral ice. Sends it all the way across. It's intercepted temporarily there. Dylan Meese got a stick on it and sent it out into the player's box. A little pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Yeah, the competitiveness of this game is pretty evident. These teams know each other. East remembers the 4-1 loss earlier, and they've come out to play too.
8:58 remaining here, first period. Northfield on top, 1-0 as he's ridden. Bowman rides him down into the corner. That's Winter, and I was surprised there wasn't some sort of a penalty there, but no boarding and no blocking from the back on that one. That puck goes all the way in behind, and now it's a shot towards the middle, out in front of the crease. There's a slap shot at it there. There's Geiger tried to get a hand on it, couldn't do it, and it'll be Finovic. He'll pass that up through the neutral ice, and Mankato would send it all the way deep and into the Northfield zone. Down in the corner, a lot of pushing and shoving going on as they try to clear that out of there. Finally, Frank couldn't hold on to it. There's almost a turnover there, but now it is picked up by Northfield. Rand fires it all the way back down into the corner. Pumper holds it in. He takes a shot. That one's off the pad. There's a rebound out front. Kaiser can't get a stick on it. That one will come out of the zone. Boardman will pick it up, but he'll skate it backwards. Now they'll send it forward. Munson, Kaiser down that right side. And he's just deflected briefly, and that one's broken up by Asher and right into the glove of Kunst.
Kunst did a nice job on a couple shots there that the Raiders had. They do have a 9-1 shot advantage, and they're giving him some work. So far, he looks pretty solid. The Kaiser goal, that was a tough one, but so far he's seeing things pretty well.
7:55 remaining, first period. Cashin trying to control the puck down in the near corner. Comes away with his Munson, fires one across the middle, but that one's broken up by the defense by Mankato, and it goes all the way back down into the near corner. Picked up at, a centering pass out in front, nobody there. There's another shot across the bow, and that one's going to go Munson right out in the crease, but that'll go right back in the glove of Kunst, and we'll have another stoppage of play with 7:36 to go.
You know, as a coach, what you really don't want to see is your D people acting kind of out of desperation and just flinging the puck, and I'm seeing that a little bit with the Mankato East team. They're passing the puck to our points, and that's giving our players, Northfield's players, some good opportunities.
Face off right in the net, and there's a backhand shot in there, and that's an opportunity missed by Munson right out in front, and off the face-off. He had a nice move to the left of that crease right there, and he just tried to do a little backhand motion and just couldn't get it past Kunst.
Yeah, Raiders won the face-off there and went right to Munson. Nice backhand shot. Kunst, good save.
7:30 remaining here in our first period for the Northfield Ice Arena. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Raiders on top 1-0 as they come away with it. Hansen in the neutral zone. He'll push that one up to Quist. Quist will fire it all the way back and down as Levens picks it up. Raiders there to greet him in the corner. And there's another check by Quist into the corner on the Raiders right there. He's getting after Ben Geiger pretty hard right there before that one pops out. And it's going to be Stewart. He loses it off his stick, and Mankato will recover in their own zone. Firing it all the way to the other side of the boards. Down into the neutral zone, into the Raiders zone, and they'll call that one for icing for sure, and we'll bring it back at the 6:56 mark to the right of the goalie Kunst in Mankato zone.
Number 11 for the Cougars, Owen Quist. He certainly believes in finishing his checks. We've seen that a few times tonight. We'll see if the referees keep an eye on that.
Face off to the right of the goalie. They're going to kick him out of there, so go away, Benjamin. And Mankato will control it, and they'll send it all the way around the near boards, and it comes all the way through neutral ice, and they drag each other to the ground. You can't really see. There's a Gopher, a Raider and a Cougar down on the ground in there. Raiders will come away with it and force it into the Mankato zone. They'll clear it. Now he's up in behind. He's got a 1-on-2. He's going to take the shot. Huge rebound out front. But the Raiders, Ty Frank picks that one up. Fires it all the way across to the other side. Benjamin in hot pursuit. He's going to get taken out hard into the boards by Asser. Picked up by Frank in the near corner. He'll dump it in behind the net. Centering pass out front. That one's just off the side of the net, and that one will go flying right on by. Raiders will clear it. Shot to pass to the middle. That one is deflected by Thinanik, and he'll try to clear it. Boardman recovered at the top of the circle, and he'll take it and push it all the way down. There's a shot across the middle. That one's intercepted too, as Quist picks that one up, and it'll be Frank who will just kick it all the way to the near side. But then the Raider fell down, and now the puck comes loose again. A shot across the left side, but a nice defensive play there by the Raiders to keep that turnover out of the net. The Raiders are in a full line change right now, and Mankato tried to get it in behind them, but an errant pass there, and that one just sailed all the way past in the behind for the Raiders to recover. Down that left side is Winner. Winner will get hit. Taken off the puck briefly as a pass out in front. Now it's picked up again by Mankato's Levens. Levens will try to clean it. Now they'll try to send it around to Shield. Shield tries to get it clear. Can't do it. It's knocked into his own zone by his own player. Raiders at the neutral zone. Dumped into the zone. Here comes Kaiser down the right side. He'll take a shot. Rebound out in front. Down to the far side it goes. Mankato will pick that up again, and they'll try to clear the zone and finally do, but it's only temporary as Kaiser takes him out into the boards for Shield. That puck will fly all the way in. The Raiders are going to change up again with 4:53 to go here in the first period. On top 1-0. Puck comes off the backboard and into the neutral zone. Raiders will try to push that one up, but Stewart will get chased after that, as so does Com from Mankato. Centering pass right out front. Nobody there. Ran with a shot. There's a replay out front, and that one is now blocked again by Kunst as it goes into the near corner. Mankato trying to clear it up there. Rundle with the puck. He'll go down the right side. Skating hard, skating fast. Oh, and then he missed the check right there. Frank was going to lay the wood to him, and he just missed him, period. It was quite the check attempt anyhow. Raiders through the zone into Mankato zone, but lost control of the puck as Munson. Now it'll come to the near side. Mankato tries to send it up and over the top ahead of a Pumper's head it goes, and it'll follow all the way down. Nobody touched it. We'll bring it all the way back for icing.
Jimmy, the pace of this game is a lot more intense than the Red Wing game is. East is spunky. They've got a couple of players with a lot of physicality. Credit to Cooper Rand and to Ty Frank for denying Christian Fennick two great opportunities, one on a possible breakaway, then another a puck that popped in front of the goal there for the Raider D.
Facing off to the left of the goalie, Kunst. Controlled by Mankato. Not for very long as Whiteman steals that one away. And there's a crusher that's knocked to the ground. Simon just gets knocked right on his keister there by Mankato. Yeah, playing very, very physical here for sure with 3:37 to go in the first period. There's another turnover temporarily. That's another Hansen. That'll be Caden Hansen as he dumps it in to another turnover in behind the net for the Raiders. Finnick down in the corner, trying to get out of there. Pumper tries to pick it up. He's going to try to clear it, and Cato's going to hold it in temporarily. Whiteman will pick it up on the blue line, and he'll skate it all the way through. Down to the right side. From that right side, there's a shot. That's off the stick, and in behind the net it goes. Raiders trying to recover it in behind the net. Starts a centering pass there. Nobody out there in front to recover it as it's deflected temporarily by Mankato. They'll try to score, clear it again. Held in, Geiger. And there's a shot and a swing and a miss by Geiger across the middle, and there may have been a penalty there, but there's nothing being called here on that one. There's a centering pass out front, and a shot again. Who was that? Kaiser right out in front with an opportunity. He missed that one going through the crease. 2:40 to go here in the first period. Raiders in pretty much control of this first period here, outshooting them 14-3 here. As Hansen will pick it up, he'll fire it all the way across to the neutral zone, and to the other side of the ice it goes. Picked up by the Raiders. They'll fire that one up. Kaiser crosses the blue line, waiting for guys to catch up for him. Now he'll bring it back out of the zone, and they'll reset, and he'll take it. They'll bring it back in. Geiger down the left side. Kaiser making a run. There was a pass. You could see Geiger was looking for Kaiser coming down that right side, but that was intercepted and picked up by Mankato. They fire that one all the way back down, and Levens will clear it. The Cougars will now reline up, bringing everybody else in again. Puck goes into neutral ice as Munson picks it up, and he'll bring it back to Rand. Looking to push it up to Cashin down the right side as he does so. Looking for something, a shot towards the middle. It was Munson crashing the crease there. But it will come out to the top, and now it looks like a shot towards the middle, and that one's broken up in the middle, and we got another shot from around the corner. Not really getting any good sticks on it. They're buzzing all over the net, but really, there's a nice check by Frank. He didn't miss that one, that's for sure. And now into the far side, up against the boards. Got 6 people over there, 3 Raiders and 3 Cougars getting after it. No penalty being called, no offsides being called here. 1:07 to go. First period, Raiders on top, 1-0 so far. They'll try to push it up and out, but Fenwick will take it in his own zone, and he'll try to skate it up and out of there. He'll hit the brakes, turn around the other direction, and they'll wait for a couple of guys to jump on the ice as they do a quick line change, and down the left side they go. Pushes it all the way down to the far corner before it's picked up by Bowman down there. Munson down there. He tries to kick it up and out of there. Here's a pass to Cashin down the right-hand side here. 40 seconds to go in the period. Another hard crash into the boards. Another shot. So now we're going to get a call here. Interference call again here, and that's going to go against.
That's going to go against number 26 for Mankato East, Caden Hansen, junior, and that was a well-deserved penalty. That's at the 34 seconds left in the first period, so that 2-minute minor will continue into the second period.
Face off to the left of Kunst. Raiders controlling most of the face-offs here tonight, but of course they lose that one as soon as they said that, and that one will go out. But puck goes flying all the way down to the other end of the ice. Ty Frank in hot pursuit in behind the net. They'll grab that one, and he'll skate that one through. Off his stick it comes, so a little rust still there for Ty Frank. Puck will go all the way in behind the net for Mankato. Raiders will recover. Kaiser trying to set it up. 7 seconds to go. It doesn't look like they're going to get a shot. Oh, Munson. Oh, wait. Kaiser with a shot. He scores! Bam! Kaiser off the deflection. It was going right at his face, and the goalie flinched, and it caught the side of him, and into the net it goes with 1.2 seconds to go. Kaiser, second goal of the night.
Big goal for Northfield with 1.2 seconds left in the period. Yeah, unfortunately for East, Kunst had no shot on that. Kaiser was set up to the right, pass came over to him, and bingo, lights out. 2-0 Raiders.
1.2 seconds remaining here, and that should end the first period with 15 shots on goal in favor of Northfield from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northfield Raiders lead this one 2-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back. You're listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN 95.1 to 1 and AM 1080. We're streaming live here on NorthfieldLive.com.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Drive your student to the games and get paid. Many of us would love an extra flexible way to earn money. Benjamin Bus has many driving positions available, including vans that won't require a CDL, small and regular-sized school buses. These positions offer flexible hours, days off when kids are out of school. You can even bring your kids to work with you and get paid to watch their games. Benjamin Bus offers on-site training and testing, along with wages up to $24 an hour. No experience is necessary. Stop by Benjamin Bus on Highway 3 in Northfield and we'll be happy to answer any questions.
Valley Auto House has been offering automotive repair services to Northfield and the surrounding areas since 1926. We carry the most trusted tire brands in the industry, like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Fusion. Our tires are competitively priced so that our local, loyal, and new customers, along with our fleet accounts, can be confident in their purchases. Located on Highway 3 South in Northfield, open from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Or find us online at valleyautohouse.net.
We know that there is more to a home than the building. There is care and detail in every last nook and cranny of what you call home. That's why Schmidt Homes is the only call you'll ever have to make. Their in-house designer will work with you to get everything the way you want it. Their highly skilled craftsmen and quality materials will ensure the best possible value for your home. When you're ready to start building your home, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Get started building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
Making decisions can be hard. Whether you're picking out home design details, choosing a college, or planning a wedding, you put a lot of thought into life's big events. But paying for it all is easy with a home equity line of credit from Hometown Credit Union. Rates are always affordable, and you can quickly apply online at hometowncu.coop. Make the decision easy with a Hometown Credit Union HELOC. Equal housing lender.
Hey, we're back here at the Northfield Ice Arena. Gordon Moore along with Jimmy LaRue, and of course the Reesters, Lance and Mickey on the production board and our camera. Thank you very much. So smile, Gordon. Raiders on top, 2-0 from the Heritage Bank scoreboard. It all started out on a power play. Cam Kaiser at the 4:25 mark lit the lamp up first. Again, it was a kind of a tough goal. He kind of got a rebound. He got his own rebound, really, and put it through to put him up 1-0. And basically, it was penalty haven for Mankato. That was, of course, a power play, and then there was another power play for interference at 16:26, and it was only 30 seconds later that Kaiser was able to capitalize again. And that one, Kaiser had the right slot right there, and I swear that the goalie either ducked or the puck hit him right off the side of the head. It was kind of hard to see it off the replay.
Yeah, we looked at the replay during the break, and it looks like it's possible the kid was screened. The Mankato's defense was sliding across right when Cam shot the puck, and he may not have seen the release of it because he flinched. It looked like he did not see it. And Cam Kaiser, I mean, that's tough. Sitting up like that, I mean, there aren't a lot of goalies in the state that are going to make that save. So it's really been the special teams of the Raiders that have shown, again, how important that is, that aspect of the game. I felt like after the first goal, East settled in a little bit better. There was a little more forechecking going on. It was going back and forth, but that's a tough goal for East with a second left in the period. Boy,
yeah, that's a backbreaker.
That's a tough one, yes, because they are. I mean, frankly, the type of games they need are like the 2-1 game against Rochester Century from the other night their coach was talking about. They can't get into a track meet with the Raiders here. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens coming out of that. East showed a lot of physicality. We talked about number 11, Mr. Quist, 26, Caden Hansen, Mr. Bowman, number 9. He's a lot of hitting on going on out there, and we'll see if how long the refs kind of keep an eye on that. But that last interference penalty really cost the Cougars.
Well, and again, we talked about us, or actually each team being retaliation type, and we've seen Ty Frank go after a couple guys. He's missed a couple times, and he's connected a couple times. And when he connects, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end.
I wouldn't either, and it was just for clarification, a totally legal hip check on the other side. But yeah, he whiffed on one and got the second one, and it was very impressive. Ty has played a great game. I just really admire his game. You heard the coach talk about the importance of a senior defensive captain back there, and he just, he does all the things right. He's just looking up. He's got his head up, looking for teammates. He's a real nice player, and, he's central part of this team going forward, and I hope that back continues to heal and he gets to where he needs to be.
And a lot of the second, third, fourth liners are contributing. They actually, on one of their power plays, they had, I think, the third line out there for the majority of the time until then they brought the first liners back in and they scored right after that.
Right. I mean, but it is impressive. The coach is putting out those sophomores. I mean, guys like Michael Stewart, Christian Whiteman, Oliver Benjamin, are seeing a lot of ice time, and they're playing well. I mean, frankly, Whiteman's physicality right now for the Raiders is matching some of the physicality from the Eagles. He
put a licking earlier on in the corner too.
Oh, it was right. It was an open ice hit. The kid did not see it coming, and he knocked him down. It was a clean hit. It wasn't on the head. Elbow wasn't up. Stick wasn't used. Just a good open ice body check. So, yeah, that'll get remembered. East goalie's done a nice job despite the shot disparity. I mean, they're still in the game, but that power play goal that the Raiders got does change the composition of things. I really think that puts East in a position where they're going to have to start trying to manufacture some offense because they really haven't had many grade A chances. No. Maybe one.
But I'll give them, if they get into open ice, they're very fast.
They are.
But they're having a very difficult time clearing the zone. That's the part of it. So they can't get a nice breakout. When they get a breakout, they fly hard and fast.
Exactly. They need to get this Thunik kid the puck because he's their captain. You can tell he's a very skilled player, and he had a few moments down on the other end. They need the puck on his stick to score, or grind and get a goal. From some forechecking. Their forecheck did pick up a little bit. The Cougars did, but from an open ice standpoint, I mean, they are fast and they're scrappy. I don't think they have the depth that the Raiders have, and it'll be interesting to see how, we talked about short shifts earlier with an up and down pace. The team that can withstand that is the one that's likely to win the game, and so we'll see how deep these teams are in the second period.
It'll be a fun second period, I think, here. Both teams, getting some rest here, and we'll see how they come out in the second period. And from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, 2-0 in favor of your Northfield Raiders here this evening. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll get our second period underway. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 to 1 and AM 1080 KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
Hi, this is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Professional Dental Group has delivered the same exceptional care for over 35 years. Whether you are scheduling for a general visit or an emergency appointment, we are excited to see your smile. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. Brian Kraby, Dr. John Nowak, and Dr. Tyler Yonke, go Raiders.
Getting glasses that fit right and look good doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we work with you to provide you with great-looking frames and the best corrective lens options available within a cost range you're comfortable with. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will make sure your glasses fulfill your unique needs every time. We don't just sell glasses, we shape them to you and your lifestyle. Find out how we can help you see more clearly at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
As the year comes to a close, we begin to reflect on all we've done throughout the year, and we're looking forward to all this new year has to bring. At Northfield Retirement Community, we are proud of the work we've done supporting our residents, staff, family, and friends throughout the year. We'd like to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous new year. Northfield Retirement Community. Innovation, choice, tradition.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
Thinking of buying or selling your home? Don't go at it alone. Did you know there are nearly over 200 steps to the real estate process? 200 things to consider, be aware of, 200 things that could impede your ability to buy or sell or compromise the actual closing day. Alas, have no fear. You can contact one of our local and relentless agents at Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group anytime to answer all of your real estate questions. Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group. We're unstoppable together.
Champion Sports has the best selection of merch for kids and adults alike, with Carlton, St. Olaf, and Raider hats, hoodies, and letter jackets. Champion Sports has it all. Champion Sports even offers custom printing for sports teams and businesses. Champion Sports has a good selection of sporting goods for hockey, baseball, swimming, lacrosse, and pickleball. Champion Sports has great shoe brands like Brooks and Adidas to give you that competitive edge. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram to know when the latest gear is in stock. Gear up like a champion at Champion Sports.
Health savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Ice Arena, round 2 of the 12-round bout here at the Northfield Ice Center. We got round 2. It's only 3 periods, but that first period was a battle. There was a lot of hitting going on. Raiders outshot them 15-3, but there was a lot of boards smacking and people going down to the ice here. Second period, I don't see any reason it should be any different.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, fundamentally, Mankato East has to do something to change the trajectory of this game because it's got one more goal, I think it starts to get out of hand. And so I think there's a lot of pressure if you're an East Cougar to make that first 5 minutes of this period meaningful and to get some action in front of Max Frank. And Max really hasn't been challenged yet tonight. So we'll see if the physicality from number 11 and number 9 continues. And I see some chatting going on already up there. So it'll be interesting, Jimmy.
So the face-off here at center ice as we get the second period underway. Mankato will come away with it. Puck will slide all the way back into the deep side of the Mankato zone. Normally you wouldn't think that's an issue, but in the first period they had a hard time trying to clear the zone. Kaiser will pick it up and skate in behind the net now to the top of the right circle. Rand will push that one down to Winter, down in the corner as he gets hit and crushed in the corner by Levens. Kaiser from that right circle tries to pass it to Geiger on the left side, but now it'll come all the way across. Ty Frank tried to center it up at the top for Rand, but he just missed his stick, and they fire that one all the way back in the Northfield zone. Winner. Pass over to Geiger. He'll take the shot. There's a rebound off the pad of the goalie Kunst there, and then they'll fire that one all the way back down, and Frank will come away with that one, and he'll dump that pass up there to Mr. Ben Geiger. He's firing it down to Kaiser. Kaiser down the right side, and he has a shot. There's a shot to go!
Wow.
Kaiser lost it off the stick twice and still followed through and scored with 58 seconds for the hat trick on the evening.
That's a highlight reel goal there by Camden Kaiser. Took that pass at center ice. East was kind of caught in the middle of a line change. Duked around one guy, went off the skate, and threw the wicket there to score with 16:02 left. So first minute of the second period, Jimmy, 3-0 Northfield.
Okay. Raiders are going to control the opening puck here as Casson will go down the left side. He'll fire it towards Jeff Housen right out in front of him again. And there's the Bowman tries to clear the zone. He falls down on his
number 12.
Before it's picked up again by Kaiser in that far corner.
Assist number 4.
Right through that crease.
Riley. Kaiser from Riley.
Ben 58 seconds. That one's deflected high in the air and into the net, though it was stopping the play. The face-off in Mankato's end. 15:42 here in the second period from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Raiders on top 3-0. So scoring with 1 second left in the first period and then 58 seconds into the second period. Boy, you come out of the locker room thinking you're going to try to just stay with them, and then that happens. So that's a tough break there for Mankato. Geiger fires across the middle. I believe it was deflected, but that's a shot by Geiger from the point at the 15:27, puts them up 4-0.
Nice shot from the point by Ben Geiger. I think Kunst was screened. I don't know if he saw that shot. Wrist shot beat him right through the blocker side to make it 4-0 Northfield.
You know, they said this is the first goal for Ben Geiger, but I swear the other night he had another one from the point as well, and he put one in, but they must not have gave him credit for it last Thursday night, last Saturday night, but definitely that one was for sure.
That would be his first goal as a varsity player, I believe.
133, his first varsity goal, number 2, Ben Geiger. Michael Stewart, and number 4, Bridger Riley.
All right, Riley to Geiger for the score, puts him up 4-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Face off down in the corner for Mankato. They're going to try to clear it up and out of there. Com's going to try to clear it. And guess what? Raiders just hold it right back in there. They are merciless down there in their zone. Puck will be skated down in behind the net. Pass out front. Shot across the middle. Whiteman with an opportunity, but it's broke up by the defense, and they'll fire it out of the zone. At least they got it into neutral ice for once. Whiteman can't keep the stick in, and that one will go off of there into the back in behind the Northfield net, and they'll call icing on that one. So they're going to bring that one all the way back down to the Mankato zone as well. So,
well, we talked about the first 5 minutes of this period, and boy, things couldn't have worked out better for Northfield so far. They're all over Mankato East. Mankato East does not have a shot and goal in the second period and has barely crossed center ice. Another face-off to Kunst's right.
Mankato comes away with it. They'll try to clear the zone as well. Hagelin tries to fire it up and off the glass. He was successful there. They're going to bring that one right back, I think. Yep.
Another icing call on East. East is just trying to dump the puck to get some breathing room in their end right now. They are really being bottled up by Northfield, who's done an outstanding job of forechecking and just, moving the puck, controlling the game.
Well, we're not even 3 minutes in, and they got 5 shots on goal and none for Mankato East. Mankato will try to clear the zone, but that one is picked up by the Raiders almost instantaneously, and they'll take that one. Ty Frank will pick it up in his own zone, and he'll just regroup, and held in by Mankato temporarily. He had to come back because of the offsides, but the puck will come to the near side. Rand will pick it up, and he'll fire it across the ice to Frank. Frank, I'm not sure if he's looking for Geiger across the middle or what, but that one's intercepted by Mankato. Shot on goal, easily defended by Frank right there. Geiger in behind, picked up by Frank in behind the Northfield net. 13:55 to go, second period. Mankato tries to fire it right back in. It comes in all the way to the near boards, all the way around. Picked up by Northfield. Pass across the middle, and that one's too far, so misses Kaiser, making a break towards the blue line. But Kaiser recovers it. Neutral ice. And he will try to skate it up and around the corner. Loses it temporarily, but picks it back up again. Drop pass there. Over to Stewart. Pass through the crease, out through the middle, and that one just keeps flying right on by. Ben Geiger trying to defend in the neutral zone. Here comes Bowman. He's got a shot across the middle, and that one's up and off and behind the net it goes. Nice save there by Frank. Picked up by the Raiders. There's a nice pass. Winner down the left side. 2-on-1. Down the left-hand side, and here's a shot on goal. No, he just can't get his hand on the stick. There's a shot across the middle. That one's broken up. So it was an opportunity for Cashin, and he just couldn't get the puck on the stick. He had a nice open shot. Beautiful pass by Winner on the break, 2-on-1.
Yeah, goalie lost his stick there. That was a golden opportunity for a number of Raiders to get a goal.
Munson will hold it into the zone. He'll bring it to the top to Geiger. Sends it across the left, temporarily picked off by Shield. Shield will push that one up to Thunik. Sends it all the way to the far side. Mankato in the Northfield zone. You don't hear that very often tonight. Picked up from the right. Meese, shot, deflection. That was a reflection by Riley. That could have almost cost him there. On the break they go, but then it's picked up by Mankato in neutral ice. And they'll dump it all the way in. Bridger Riley will pick that one up. Sends it over to Ben Geiger. Geiger pushes it up to Munson. Pass across. He was trying to hit Benjamin. Hit his stick. Went all the way in behind with the turnover. Mankato down the left side. Being defended hard. Into the corner they go. Down to the ice they go. Centering pass out front. Nice save there by Frank. Oh, and a crush. There's a crush, and that's got to be a penalty right there.
It absolutely
Chris
is.
Just flattens Pumper against the board, and that absolutely. So they're going to pull their goalie. They're going to set up. Go ahead and score.
Yep.
Go ahead and score. Let's do it, shall we? 11:39 to go. Delayed penalty for Northfield. 6-on-5. They'll send it up. Looking to set it up here, running the clock down. And they'll try to pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too many men on the ice. So now we're going to have a double penalty, I do believe. I don't know if they're going to call too many men on the ice or not, but the Raiders had 6. He had 6 on it, but I think that one of them jumped on, but they're going to send it. Nope, they're not going to call that. So now it's just going to be a 2-minute penalty there on Quist. Finally.
Quist is going to the box for a really hard check. I don't know exactly what the call was, if they're thinking about it being more than a minor. There is a discussion going on right now. That was... could be a boarding, could be a charge, could just be a rough. It was awfully aggressive, and that's the kind of thing, Jimmy, by the boards, that 3 to 5 foot area by the boards, you really worry about. Yeah, he's given them 5. They've changed that to a major penalty after kind of thinking about it, and we'll hear it from the officials here or the scorers table. That's.
I'm guessing when there's also checking in the back.
Yeah, it could be checked from behind, too. We'll see if it's a misconduct. I don't think it's a misconduct because I don't see another player in there, so it's just...
A 5-minute major penalty has been assessed to Mankato's number 11, Owen Quist, for boarding at 5:30 of the second period.
So they got him for 5 minutes for boarding. And the Raiders will be on a full penalty out there, and as they get a shot on goal right there during the opening part of the power play right there, and it will be all the way down into the Northfield zone, and they'll pick it up through neutral ice, and they are flying. There goes Geiger down the right side, but the puck comes off his stick. He'll pick it up and skate it to the top. Riley back to Geiger from the left side, down underneath, back to the top. Across the ice. Richter right out front. Rebound. Broke it up for the Raiders, and then covered up by Kunst.
3 shots.
Couple of shots right in a row, so you had a couple of opportunities for the rebound right out front, but Kunst wrapped him right up with 4:08 going in the power play for Northfield.
Michael Stewart had it on his stick right there, put it into Kunst. Of course, with a major penalty, as we know, that time will continue on the clock, and the Raiders are able to score as many goals as they can score in the next 4:08.
Second period, 10:35 to go. Raiders in the power play if you're just joining us here on KYMN. From the left side, Munson. He'll take the shot. He scores! Munson, there's one.
That's one at the 10:25 mark. That was a laser. Caden Munson from the left face-off circle went over the goalie's glove side, just a snipe to make it 5-0. And unfortunately for the Cougars, there's 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the penalty, which is not going to be a good situation for them, I don't think. But we just want to take bad hits out of hockey, and that's why there's major penalties.
On the power play for the Raiders, number 20, Caden Munson, excuse me. Assist to number 7, Ty Frank, and number 12, Cam Kaiser.
12th goal on the season for Caden Munson. 36th. He does a lot of assists. He's got usually 24 assists, but he got a goal. There's a shot up the middle. He goes finally cashes in at the 7:05 mark to put him on the scoreboard. 6-0 in favor of Northfield.
Right in front of the net, number 11, Jake Geiger. Pass came in, and unfortunately, Brody Kunst had really no chance on that. Player right in front of the net doing the Euler Connect from the Wild. Tip in, and nice looking goal by Jake Geiger.
Scoring on the power play for the Raiders, number 11, Jake Geiger. Assist to number 13, Will Cashin.
See, I thought it was the other way around, to be honest with you. I thought Cashin got the goal and Geiger had it, but it's the other way around. They're going to give him credit for it.
Caden Munson.
Yeah, it makes the game 6-0 right now, and here come the Raiders again down the right side. Geiger coming and getting hit into the boards, and the Raiders just controlled the zone.
9:30 remaining. Puck off the top of the glass. They'll send that one all the way down to the Northfield zone. There's still 2:55 to go here in the second period, leading 6-0, and they still have 2 minutes and 48 seconds to score more if they'd like. Riley from the top left-hand corner here, top of the circle. He'll send it all the way to the right side. Back to the near side, back to the far side. The point shot, and there's another goal right out front. Refund! Oh, and another opportunity for a stuff, and it just comes off the end of the stick. Just couldn't quite get it in there again. That was almost number 7th goal of the evening there. That was Simon's opportunity right there. Just couldn't hold it on his stick there with the puck popped right out in front of the left side of the crease there. Raiders pick it up in their own zone, and they'll take it back into the deep into Mankato zone, but comes up to the top. Now Ty Frank at the top. Raiders will jump out. Geiger will pull off there. Now to the near circle. They'll dump past to Frank. Looking for that wrister from the top left. He's very dangerous up here. Munson in the center. There's a shot as they break it across the middle, looking for the rebound. Again for Geiger making a break. Frank looking. Down the left side, Munson shot. Nope, down underneath. Pass back in the front, and that one's broken up by the defense. Finally by Mankato. Tries to clear it. They cannot get it out of their zone. We've still got 1:34. Here comes Gaston. There's a shot across the middle. Rebound out front. Picked up by Mankato. Bounces it off the boards, and they clear the zone finally with 7:55 remaining in the period. 1:24 remaining in the major for Northfield. 29 shots on goal, 6 for Mankato, if that tells you anything. Puck is going to go all the way down in the deep end, in behind Northfield. Now Munson grabs it at the top, sends it to the far circle. Kaiser looking from the point, tries to do a little shot, little break over to the left-hand side. Munson will send it back to Frank. He'll take a wrister across the middle. That one's broken up, but that one looked like it hit Geiger. It could have hit his own player, maybe.
We got a cross-checking penalty on Mankato East right in front of the net. Number 6 sent one of our players to the ice with a whack in the back. Fortunately, I think it's Jake Geiger got cross-checked by number 6. It would be Griffin Asher, defenseman. So now they've got a 5-on-3 power play for 56 seconds.
Raiders will control the puck. Nope, fired away. Mankato got a stick on it, fired it out of the zone, so that's helpful for him. 7:18 to go here, second period. Northfield will pick it up. Frank will pick it up in behind the net. He'll skate it all up and through. So yes, 5-on-3. Let's see how they play this one. Kaiser from that right circle. That's where he's the most dangerous. Frank to the top. 31 seconds remaining. Kaiser shot! Ooh, and that one's just off the shoulder pad of the Kuntz. And that one comes to the left side again. Now over to that right circle. Frank with a shot out in front. Broken up by Phoenix. And you can see he grabs his calf right there, so it must have caught him on the side. Just missed the pad.
Yeah, it did.
Frank to the left circle. Kaiser back across to the right circle. There's a shot. That one's broken up. Nice save by Kuntz. But goes all the way to the far corner over there. Munson will skate it up and through, and he'll try to do a quick wraparound. That one's broken up by Kuntz as well. Another centering pass out in front. Geiger trying to get a stick on it. Cashing out in front there, trying to get a stick. Munson will grab it from the top, and now it'll be Frank again. He'll drop past that one to Munson with 50 seconds remaining in the second penalty. 5-on-4 for the Raiders. Munson from the top of the left circle there. Now he'll send it over to the point to Frank. Frank will take it. He'll take a shot towards the goal. That one's defective and broken up by Mankato. They'll try to clear it. So they still got 32 seconds remaining in the power play, the 5-on-4 power play for Northfield. They have put in about 3 goals on the power play here in the second period. Winter down the left side. Hansen takes him out temporarily, and that puck comes off, and they'll fire that one all the way back down to the other end of the ice to the Northfield end. 5:37 to go in the contest from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders on top, 6-zip with just 5 seconds remaining. There's a shot towards the net, and he grabs that one. Still 2 seconds remaining on the power play, but Geiger making a hard break. I didn't know if they'd get down there fast enough, but they got another shot on goal.
Big move by Ben Geiger there. Boy, he is not playing like a stereotypical freshman. He looks completely composed out there, and that was an excellent power move to the right. Nice save, though, by the goalie, Brody Kuntz, who's really getting peppered here with these power plays.
33 shots on goal just in 2 periods alone. So, yeah, without a doubt, that's 18 shots just this period alone. Geiger will pick it up. Even strength, 5-on-5. 5:14 to go in the second period. Northfield on top of this one, 6-0. Mankato tries to send it through. Off the stick is Engen. And that'll clear into the Northfield zone. They'll push this one up through neutral ice. That one came off the stick there of, looked like Whiteman there. He's fighting for it down in the corner now, trying to recover. In the corner they go as Becker. Mankato will come away with it. They'll try to clear the zone, and they can't. Picked up by Benjamin. Now sent back down in the Northfield end, all the way in the back. In behind the net they come. Skating it up.
Ben Geiger again.
Around the left-hand side he goes as he gets all the way through the neutral ice and into the Mankato zone as he skates it all the way around behind the net and back to the top. Now from that right circle is picked up. There's a shot by Geiger just off that left hash with a nice one-timer. Just goes just to the left of the net. Picked up by Mankato in their own zone. Tries to clear it as Meese. Meese tries to center that one over to Cam. Cam can't get to Meese. Meese now back over to Bowman. Bowman tries to clear it up and out of there. Northfield tries to hold it in. And then temporarily the Raiders come away with it in neutral ice, and they'll pick that one back up again. Munson skates it through neutral ice and down that right side. Broken up. Stick check there. Finnick. He'll try to clear the zone. Can't do it. Bowman tries to hold it in, and there's a crusher right there as Bowman takes out Pumper. right at the blue line. There's a shot across the middle, and now we have a stoppage of play here, and it looks like we got another penalty.
We do.
On the play.
Unfortunately, the recipient of that check, Ashton Pumper, retaliated with a slash right in front of the official, and that was going to get seen. And Ashton knew it. He went over to the penalty box without a complaint. So that puts East on the power play with 3:37 left in the second period. We'll see if they can do something on it.
So those are the types of penalties you got to avoid.
Yes.
You can't retaliate. If you retaliate, you'll get caught 9 times out of 10. So,
well, particularly if it's a clean hit, which it was, and,
Right.
and that just doesn't look good to a referee.
So Mankato will be on the power play. And, of course, centering pass out front, and that one just goes right past. Kaiser misses the net, and that'll go in behind. So on that first penalty play that they had in the first period, Northfield pretty much controlled everything on that. So here comes Mankato for their second power play. They're going to send that one up into the netting, and up and over the top of Frank it goes. So we're going to have a face-off in the Northfield end. So in that first power play, like I said, in the first time that Mankato had the opportunity in the power play, it was no contest, really. Northfield pretty much controlled the penalty kill. So we got 3:11 to go here in the first period. Raiders leading 6-0, and they are down one skater. There is a face-off at the center, and they'll come away with Mankato. Fires it all the way to the other side. There's a shot towards the goal, broken up and sent into the near boards. From the top, there's a shot towards the middle again, and they're looking for big number 11 sitting down there. Quist is sitting in the crease down there, big old boy, and you can see him just working that thing around, trying to get it to him out in front. Northfield would try to clear it. It'll be held in by Com, and that puck comes out of the zone. Nope, they dump it right back in. They hold it in. So like I said, you got Quist over there, and he's just pushing Riley right. Oh, he pulls this jersey off and slams him into the ground.
Yeah, that's...
Who's going to get this penalty? There's no way Bridger Riley is guilty of anything there.
Bridger looks about half the size of that kid. Yeah, Quist is skating over to the box.
2:33 remaining here. Quist is going to the box. I'm surprised, really. I am.
They're giving coincidentals. They're giving one to Bridger Riley, too. So it must be coincidental roughing penalties.
But Quist just got a 5-minute major, and then he drags his shirt and drops him on the ground. He should be thrown out of the game. Sorry.
It was gratuitous. I don't disagree, Jimmy. I mean, it was a unnecessary penalty, and I don't know what putting Bridger Riley in the box does there, but they're coincidental, so we're still with the 54 seconds left in the East power play with Northfield up 6-0 with 2:26 left in the first period. Mankato East controls the puck, keeps it in. Number 16, Labens, gets it down to number 9. East trying to move the puck and get some action in front of the goaltender. Most of their shots on this power play have been from a distance. They really haven't challenged Frank too much yet. Puck circling around to the right pass. Oh, that was a good shot by number 16 for East. Went off the side of the good net.
Raiders will continue to fight for it down in their own corner with 1:54 remaining.
11, Owen Quist, and the Raiders number 4, Bridger Riley, roughing 14-27.
Backhand shot there. Frank is going to take him off into the boards right there as Mankato continues with 1 second. Now we will have our even on ice here.
Another bad-looking hit on the side there. That from number 9 against Rand. That did not look good, but no penalty called.
1:24 remaining here, first period. Raiders on top, still 6-0. But yeah, I don't know how they could have possibly called a double incidental with Bridger Riley and Quist for roughing. It just said, wow, that was just craziness. But we're back to even strength here, and it is Ben Geiger will take it, and we are winding it down here in the second period. Puck will go all the way into the Mankato zone, and they're going to call icing on that. Once we'll have a stoppage of play before we can get to the third period there. So
icing on Northfield there after the power play expired. Quist and Bridger are still in the box for the remainder of their penalties, but we're skating 5-on-5 now in front of Max Frank.
Face off. Down to the left side of Frank. Raiders will control it. Whiteman will try to control it and clear it. Sends it all the way down. Mankato will come away with it. It'll be Hagelin. Hagelin sends it to the near side over here. Down in behind the net it goes for Northfield. There's a hard smash into the corner there. Little Ben Geiger, he may be a tiny little fella, but he came to play.
Yeah, he sure has. He's had a great game tonight.
And he'll come out over with the puck through the neutral ice, and he'll fire it all the way over to the right-hand side there. Whiteman trying to keep it in. Benjamin fires it around the corner. Now it's picked up there by Becker. Becker trying to clear the puck here with 15 seconds to go. Tied up down in the corner. Whiteman, Becker getting after it. Mankato comes away with it, flips it all the way up in the air. Shield will get after it. It'll be Ben Geiger going after him. Shields, Geiger going on it in the corner. And that should end it right there. Nope, I thought there was going to be a little push and shove and little words, but they pretty much just disengaged and walked away from it. So, at the end of 2 periods, the Raiders on top, 6-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Let's take a break. We'll come back for a quick recap, and we'll get our third period going underway here. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One and AM 1080 KYMN, and streaming on NorthfieldLive.com. And we're having a
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Cold weather is here, and that means it's time to stop by and get Witt Brothers Winterization Special. For just $30, you can get your battery, antifreeze, and tires checked. Don't let balding tires cause more slipping and sliding on your way home. Swing by Witt Brothers to get your tires checked and make sure you're ready for the cold by taking advantage of the $30 Winterization Special. For all your automotive maintenance and repair needs, drive to Witt Brothers Service, located at 701 Division Street in downtown Northfield.
The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall. With all of your mailing and printing needs, we can pack it up, ship it out, and get it down the road. Fabricate a sign or a banner. We work hard to know our products. We can find what works for you and set you up with everything you need. The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall, offering solutions for you.
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by Hyatt. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Hyatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
The Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student-athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner, so no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club, off Highway 3 in Northfield.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. Practice their communication skills by providing play-by-play and color announcing, getting interviews with fellow students or coaches, or writing stories. They can showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media, running cameras for events, or producing a game like the one you're watching now. We also utilize the talents of adults to help mentor and provide a quality experience for the students. If you or someone you know might be interested in growing our coverage, you're welcome to call, text, or email us from the Northfield Live page at any time.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Well, good evening. Welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. Here in between second and third period here. The Raiders on top 6-0. And it's been a lot of power plays. We've scored 4 out of 5 power plays. They're a 34% power play team, and they've got an 80% penalty kill, and that's shown up tonight as well. Pretty rough second period, to say the least.
It was rough. That major penalty that occurred really, really hurt Mankato East. I think we've scored at least twice on that, if not 3 times. And, we talked about that first 5 minutes of the period. The Raiders came out and established control of the game, and the penalties against Mankato East have really hurt them. We saw a long conversation occurring after the teams went off the ice with the captains for both teams and the officials. I think there's some frustration on both sides, but a lot of frustration from Mankato East. 6-0, that is a runtime scenario going into the third period, and I guess, you find out if you're the East coach what your kids are made out of. They lost 13-1 to St. Cloud Cathedral recently, but they've played well against Southern Minnesota teams, so I'm sure they were hoping for a better result than this. For Northfield, we need to avoid the retaliation penalties. It's hard when you see, teammates getting hit. You got to let the officials take control of the game and not retaliate and stay out of the box. But so far, clean sheet for the Northfield goaltender. Hasn't had a lot of work there, and we've made life challenging for the East goalie tonight. 7 total shots on goal for Mankato tonight, so yeah, Frank not getting a lot of action there. It was kind of interesting. I thought for sure they would start Trey Schmoder tonight, but it was interesting that they had Max in the net, and luckily for him, there's only 7 shots. The Raiders, on the other hand, shooting 18 shots to 4 in that second period. So recapping, we talked about the first couple of minutes. It didn't take very long on the power play. It didn't take very long at all for Cam Kaiser. And at the 58-second mark, he put in the third goal of the evening. And it wasn't not even 33 seconds later, and Ben Geiger then gets his first official goal of the season, and it puts them up 4-0. 6:35, just a few minutes later, it's Cade Munson with a shot across the middle in the power play goal again, and it puts them up 5-0. And then Jake Geiger out in front of the net. I thought for sure it was Will Cashin, but it was the other way around. It was Cashin to Geiger, not Geiger to Cashin, but either way, that was a power play goal as well. Yes.
And it was 6-0. And we talk about the penalties. We talk about Owen Quist. He's got 3 penalties on the evening. He's got a cross-checking, he's got a roughing, and he's got a blocking in the back. And I'm really shocked at that last one there. The roughing one, when he literally grabbed Riley by the shirt and dragged the shirt off and pushed him into the ground face first. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand. Then he gets another penalty. I'm surprised he's still in the game. Yeah, I would expect the referees to be keeping a close eye on that situation in the third period. You 3 penalties, 1 a major, that boarding penalty, which was a bad hit. And, Jimmy, that's the kind of hit that we're trying to take out of the high school hockey game. The check from behind on the boards, the boardings, that's what kids get hurt. Yeah. I mean, kids get paralyzed, and that's particularly when you got a size disparity, you catch somebody on an edge of a skate or something, and that's where a lot of the concussions occur. It's the whiplash onto the ice. It's the contact after the contact. So my guess is the referees told the captains at the center ice there that, enough of that stuff. I would not be surprised to see a game ejection if there's another bad hit like that. Right. Because, that kind of hit just has no place in hockey. And, at this point, it's 6-0. East would be well served to just play the game.
just do what they need to do to move on to the next game. We talked about their game. They needed to have this a 2-1 game.
Right.
They can't get in a track meet with Northfield. Northfield's got too many weapons, and the seniors tonight are just showing it. I mean, Munson, Geiger, Kaiser. I mean, they're moving the puck around like it's just easy. And then first varsity goal for Ben Geiger tonight. That's been a highlight, and his play has been excellent. He's really done a nice job.
He's been really physical and actually is staying with those guys. And like I said, Quist is a big boy, and he did, like I said, he took out Bridger Riley. He was, it looked like that was, that was the giant and then David versus Goliath.
It looked a little bit like professional wrestling over there, with a little bit of a mismatch. And I don't know, the referee called coincidentals, probably trying to send a little message to both teams after he had called a 5-minute major. Maybe he felt like a solo penalty there wasn't appropriate, but we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully the running around will stop. And, the Mankato East coach talked about that, wanting to avoid that running around, chasing, being kind of stupid. And unfortunately, that's gotten East into some trouble tonight.
And you look at Bridger Riley. So just, a couple minutes later, he got caught for, they gave him a 2-minute slashing because he got hit at the center ice again. So that's a retaliation penalty that you gotta hold your emotions. And it's, because I think the refs will start throwing people out of here.
Well, they will. I mean, this is looks like an experienced crew. I liked how they talked about the boarding penalty. They thought about it. They didn't reflexively call it. What did you see? They were conferring, and they did it. So, good officiating.
So Cam Kaiser with the hat trick tonight, and other contributors, of course, Munson, Geiger, and Ben Geiger with his first. Raiders lead 6-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. We got to take a break. Don't come back. We'll get this third period underway. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One and AM 1080 KYMN, and streaming live right here on NorthfieldLive.com.
Savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Get your vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our #1 goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders from all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
As the year comes to a close, we begin to reflect on all we've done throughout the year, and we're looking forward to all this new year has to bring. At Northfield Retirement Community, we are proud of the work we've done supporting our residents, staff, family, and friends throughout the year. We'd like to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous new year. Northfield Retirement Community. Innovation, choice, tradition.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouthguard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
What if you could choose to make a positive difference in the lives of others just by where you choose to bank? When you bank with Hometown Credit Union, you are participating in a not-for-profit cooperative. We proudly reinvest into our communities through free financial education to people of all ages. We believe people can make better money decisions when equipped with the financial knowledge they need. Learn more about how you can join Hometown to make a difference and support our financial education outreach at www.hometowncu.coop.
And we're back at the Northfield Ice Arena. Jimmy LaRue along with Gordon Moore. And we've got Lance Reeser on the production board running those wonderful commercials from our wonderful sponsors. And, of course, Vicky on the camera for us tonight. So we are into the third period. We got the third period coming up here. It is 6-0. And as soon as they face off, it will go to running time. And, of course, Mankato does not want to get shut out tonight, that's for sure. So I don't think they're going to let up here in the third period.
No, they didn't get shut out by St. Cloud Cathedral, even though they lost 13-1. So I'm sure their goal here is to get a couple goals on the board and make this more competitive.
And, of course, the Raiders will be playing Cathedral here in the upcoming days. And, of course, Cathedral was at the state tournament last year as well. So state contending hockey program going on there as well. So the Raiders are going to be going from left to right again. And they will take the puck in from neutral ice as we're underway here in the third period. Tries to push the puck up to Kaiser just off the stick of Rand there temporarily. And Kaiser fires one towards the net, and it just goes flying all the way down the left-hand side. So still, like I said, a little bit of activity, still getting after it. There is Mies in the corner as they continue to fight for it. Kaiser tries to come away with it. Picked up by Mankato. They can't hold it. Center pass out front. Kaiser misses it. Out in front of the net, right out in front of that right crease right there. Raiders will continue to hold the puck. Rand fires one. That one's off the pad of the goalie Kunst as it comes out high, and Geiger tries to recover in the near circle. Fighting for it is again Mankato. Mankato will try to clear the zone. Can't do it. Give and go right out in front. That one's broken up by Mankato, and now Rand will fight for it as he sends it down underneath. Geiger tries to send it again towards Kaiser towards the front of the net, but that goes all the way to the left-hand side, and Rand will pick it up. 15:50 to go here. Third period. Raiders on top 6-0 as they again continue their barrage, but there's a turnover, and there goes Thianik, and he'll fire one as far to the right-hand side of the goalie. Not really a shot on goal at all. And it'll come all the way out into the neutral ice before Hegman will try to send it all back into the Northfield end. Ben Geiger will pick it up in behind the net as they get skating after it as Bowman and Geiger go for it as they try to clear it up and out and push it out of the zones. It's held in there by Hagelin. Sends it all the way back down to the corner again. Picked up by Bowman. Broken up by Northfield. Picked up by Munson. Munson will push it forward to Cashin. Cashin down that left side. He's trying to get it behind the defenseman. He tries to do a little backhand, and he trips over the top of the goalie and smashes into the board there, but he jumps right back up as Mankato now will try to clear the zone. Down the left side goes Shield. Sends it all the way down in the corner. Riley, nice little check in the corner. Geiger getting after it down there with Riley. Hagelin from the top of the left circle goes all the way in behind the net and goes all the way down to the other side. Shot with a whiff of his Hansen there, but the Raiders will pick that one up, and there's Whiteman trying to break across, and he tries to send a pass across the middle. He's taken off his skates. Raiders will recover right out front, wrap around in front of the net, and that one's broken up, and we'll have a stoppage of play right here with 14:21 to go as the net comes off the posts.
Yeah, good play by Michael Stewart there. Brought the puck in from the right side. I think he was surprised. He kind of walked in on the goaltender and got him to move, but the net went off the post there and stoppage of play with 14:03 left in the game.
Gate clock is running. Boardman getting after it, but it's going to be in a hot pursuit there as Griffin Wagner tries to skate down in the corner, but he slips and falls, trying to recover the puck as the Raiders will try to push this one out of here. And again, there's a little bit of some pushing and shoveling going on against the boards as the Raiders will dump it all the way back in, and they'll try to pass it across the middle. There's a shot. That's one off the glove there. Nice little opportunity for Benjamin there to take a shot from that left-hand slot there, but right off the stick, or right off the glove rather, of the goalie Kuntz. Now it's in the neutral ice, and it gets sent all the way back in behind Northfield. Thienick in pursuit for Mankato. There's a cross-ice pass. They're looking for somebody, and it's finally picked up there by Benjamin as he dumps it in. Now the Raiders in a full line change here as Mankato will pick it up in their own zone. Tries to skate across. They run into each other at the blue line, and the Raiders will come away with it, and Cashin will take it down that left side. Tries to get a shot on goal, misses it wide, comes all the way to the near board. Rand gets hit and taken to the ground. There's a centering pass out front. Riley, that was a nice save out there by Kunst. And now we'll have a stoppage of play again, and it does look like the net came off again at the 12:42 mark. Raiders score 6-0 in front of the Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Jimmy, it's interesting. I haven't been paying real close attention, but I don't know if we've seen Mr. Quist on the ice yet this third period for these Cougars. I wonder if he's been given a little time to think about things over there. He's standing up. He's on the bench, but I don't think we've seen him much on the ice.
Correct. Mankato will come away with it. It's going to be Levens. He'll take it and he'll fire it in through neutral ice. Thienick tries to center it over to Hansen. Hansen loses it off his stick. Northfield will recover. Down in the corner they go. They'll fight for it. Cashin will pick that one up, send it to the far side. Now down the left side go the Raiders. Across the blue line. Bradley trying to race for it. That one's intercepted temporarily by Mankato. Picked up by Frank. Frank will skate it backwards for just under 12 minutes to go here in the third period. Boom! What a shot. And there's another big hit by Evan Slamma. Oh, Slamma Jamma put one on him. But that puck will continue to come out of his neutral zone as the Northfield Raiders will try to dump it back in. We got an opportunity here. Bradley takes a shot up and over the top of the net it goes, and then it's off the glass before it comes flying out into the neutral zone they go. That should be enough size right there, and that sure enough is. 11:19 as the clock continues to tick. Raiders on top 6-0.
Well, this is kind of a scrimmage feel to it right now. I think this, the physical play seems, it's still there, but I mean, we haven't seen any retaliation or any of the stuff that we saw at the end of the second period, which is good. And run clock here with 11 minutes to go. The rest of the period should go fast.
Well, you talk about Quist sitting on the bench, and, they're down 6-0, and maybe that's exactly what they're doing is resting. There's a shot across the middle. That one's deflected by Kunst, and up and over the glass it goes, or across the net into the glass. Mankato trying to clear it. Picked up by Ham, and he can't clear the zone until finally it pops loose. Oh, but there's a collision again against Kaiser and Bowman. That puck goes flying all the way in behind the net. Mankato with a quick line change. Kaiser trying to hold it in the zone. Mankato trying to clear it in the corner as they continue to fight for it. Try to get possession of it. Winter comes away with it at the top of the circle. He'll dump that one down to Geiger. Geiger back to the top. That one goes off of his stick, and now Geiger's got to chase after it. Frank comes up to get it. He'll send that one through, but they held into the zone by Mankato as Shield tries to hold it in, and now the Raiders fighting for it again in the near boards. Kaiser trying to come away with it. Can't do it. That one goes down all the way in behind the net for Geiger. He'll send it to the far boards. 9:49 remaining, third period. Pass up to Geiger. He'll skate it across. Kaiser coming in behind. Finally interrupted and broken up there by Asher for Mankato. Centering pass right out front. Nobody there. Down the right side. Boardman's shot. Deflection out front. Picked up by Kunst, and it looks like he'll cover that one up. We'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off to the left of Kunst in Mankato's zone with just 9:23 to play as the clock continues to tick-tock.
Yeah, and the teams are rolling lines here, getting a lot of kids some ice time, which is good to see, and 9 minutes left.
Face-off in the Mankato zone, and they'll come away with it and send it through neutral ice and into the Northfield zone. They're still skating hard. You got to give Mankato credit. They're not They're not slowing down at all. They are definitely hustling as much as they possibly can, putting as much pressure as they can on Northfield. Munson will skate it around in behind through neutral ice, but that one up might get a penalty there. Nope, nothing yet. There's a shot out in front, and that one's broken up and deflected.
Yeah, there is a penalty being called.
It's probably going to be holding the stick, I'm guessing.
It should be. There was that was clearly holding the stick. I don't know. We'll hear from the scorer what they actually say, but that's Caden Monson's going to have a little 2 minutes to think about that.
Yeah, so okay, about the 8.5 mark. We'll say about the 8.5 mark because they are definitely going to be calling a penalty here shortly. So it's a running clock. So we'll see what they got themselves tangled up, and then Munson kind of grabbed his stick as he was breaking. So it's not going to be interference. I'm guessing it's going to be holding the stick as they control.
That's the Raiders, number 20, Caden Munson. 2 minutes, roughing at 8:15.
Well, there was a shot by Cam right out in front, and that one's broken up by Frank. Frank getting some action out in front in this power play, but that was partially due to the turnover in their own zone. They were trying to clear it, and it ends up coming right out in front of the net. So with a couple of quick shots from Mankato, almost gave away that shutout. But Cam with another shot across the middle, broken up by Northfield into the zone, and up and over the glass, and into the crowd it comes. So we got a minute 18 in the power play for Mankato. Now that's the first time in their 3 power plays that they actually put some pressure on the net.
Yeah, nice block by Cooper Rand there. Might have saved a goal there. That was a point-blank opportunity. 2 good plays on that shift for Cooper Rand, senior defenseman. Puck continues. East controls the play. Pass out front.
Shot missed to the left of the net, and that one's going to fire all the way to the other end, and the Northfield will clear it out of the zone, send it all the way back in behind for Mankato. 7 minutes exactly remaining as the clock continues to tick. Shot towards the goal. He's going to cover it up. Really not to their advantage to cover up and do a penalty at all.
Not particularly during running time. Yeah. When that's not an ideal scenario for the East power play.
And you're on the power play, so yeah, you're just wasting time. You're just losing time right now in the opportunity. So
yeah, there's no sense of urgency getting to the face-off here either.
Controlled by Northfield. Picked up by Mankato as they try to fly it and send it up and out of there. Can't do it. Raiders will hold it in behind the net. Now into the corner. Picked up by Mankato. They'll try to skate it through. No pass on that one. Bowman, then he does a little drop pass, but then out of the stick, some Juilliard. He loses the stick, but now they're going to call this offsides. So again, now we'll have a stoppage of play. They're back at full strength, so really not a lot of opportunity, except for that initial first few seconds of that penalty when they turned it over in their own end.
Yes.
That was about all the opportunity that Mankato had out there.
Yeah, good flurry initially in that power play. It looked promising for East. They weren't able to convert, though, and Northfield kind of got back on their game here.
Northfield's only taken 6 shots here in the third period, and there's Juilliard giving a little push to Whiteman there. He better watch out because Whiteman's not afraid to hit him either. Puck goes down into the corner, in behind the net for Northfield. Comes all the way to the top of the right circle. Benjamin tries to send it back in through neutral ice. Whiteman will pick it up with 5:28 to go. Boardman to the near boards. Turnover, and that one's intercepted there briefly. Picked up by Simon, and there's another shot there.
Ouch.
Hit hard. Juilliard hit Simon hard against the boards. And there's another check. They're not letting go. Hansen tries to put an elbow into Benjamin's back. And now Mankato tries to push hard. Julian sends it across the board. Julian, of course, played in that first game as well. So we haven't seen him on the ice that much because of Minnesota State high school regulations. He only plays so many periods. But he's here in the third period playing definitely because we have not seen number 11, Quist, on the ice here in the third period. There's a shot. That one's broken up and directed to the back of the boards. Skating after his Mankato. Another smash into the corner. And now we got a little pushing and shoving. Simon didn't like that shot. That was kind of a late shot as they tried to clear the puck. Still in the still in the Mankato zone as they tried to clear it. Temporarily held in. And that'll be Rand firing it in behind the boards and all the way to the far corner. Raiders with a slight change of personnel there as they switch the people out. Mankato still trying to get it out of there. Northfield still holding it in there. Barrett Bradley trying to hold it in. Shot towards the goal. That one is caught right in the glove of Kunston. We'll have a stoppage of play, and the clock will continue to run.
You know, I really like what Coach Luckcraft is doing for the Raiders. He's rolling the third and fourth lines almost constantly now and keeping his stars away from some of the running around going on. And, yeah, Barrett Bradley just hit the ice. It was good to see him out there.
Face off. Northfield tries to control it temporarily. Intercepted by Mankato. They'll send it across the ice, and that'll be Thienick as he gets after it. He'll fire it towards the net and goes all the way into the near boards. 3:35 remaining here in the third period as we wind things up. The clock continues to run. Raiders on top, 6-0. Uh-oh, there's a shot, and we might get a penalty there. We might get a tripping there or a slashing or something.
Doesn't look like it.
Wow, they missed that call because he got beat. He turned it over in his own zone, and they dragged him right to the ground.
Yeah, I think looking at the Mankato East bench, I think they agree with you, Jimmy, but no call. The refs probably just want to get this thing in the books.
Picked up by Northfield. Kaiser coming out down the right side. He's got a shot. He goal! Wow! 14-minute mark. There he goes again. He got in behind him, and they say goodbye.
Jimmy, that's called a water bottle shot. That puck went up and knocked the goalie's water bottle in the air. That's one that'll be on a highlight reel tape for Cam as he goes forward. Fourth goal of the night. And that didn't take long.
And you can definitely see, I don't know if Lance is doing the replay or not, but definitely, I mean, he got in behind and he broke down. When he comes in from that right side, he is absolutely dangerous. So fourth goal of the night for Cam Kaiser. Cashin will recover.
For your Raiders, number 12, Cam Kaiser. Assist to number 11, Jake Geiger. Kaiser from Jake Geiger at 14 minutes on your Raider goal.
All right, Raiders will come away with it from their own zone. Munson dropping it back to Riley. 2 minutes to go. These guys just kind of pass it around here a little bit, I think. We'll see if Mankato takes the foot off their gas in there, and with all the hits and the things that they're doing. I mean, you want to play to the whistle, I get it, but I mean, there's no chance you're coming back from 7-0. So clean it up a little bit. Let's not get anyone hurt out here.
Yeah,
picked up by the Raiders for Munson across the middle, and then Cash with the backhand, and that one's saved by Kunst as he kind of fights for it, comes out loose into the crease temporarily. Wow. Opportunity denied, but it was close. 1:27 to go here, third period. Raiders sends it up to Munson. Munson loses it off the end of his stick. They'll bring it to the near side. Hagelin for Mankato. Now Wagner. He'll push it all the way in. He'll kick it away there. It'll be Frank who kicks it in behind the net. Now the Raiders will take it and try to skate it up and out of there as Boardman gets put up against the boards over there in the far circle at the center ice. Now it goes all the way in behind. 1 minute. 1 minute remaining in the third period. Raiders on top, 7-0. If I'm the Northfield Raiders, I want to keep it out of our zone and do not give up. Do not take away the shutout here for Frank. As Max Frank is running a perfect shutout here with just 10 shots on goal for the night. And there's Whiteman. Now Whiteman's going to get called for something right there because he just lifted him off the stick. It was number 14, Wagner, and Whiteman were getting after it there.
Yeah, I think both are going. I think he's inviting both of them to the penalty box.
Yeah, that'll be a double
coincidental
roughing.
Roughing penalties, and that's going to end the game because by the time they get organized here, the clock will have run, and so count the 10 seconds left, 7-0. That'll be our final here at the Northfield Ice Arena.
Face off in the zone. They'll get the face off, and Bradley says, why not one more shot? So they're going to get one more shot. 44 shots on the night. So just 3 shots in the third period for them, and still got 11 shots off for Northfield. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll recap. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, Raiders win 7-0 here from the Northfield Ice Arena.
Keep an eye on the handshake line.
Your morning with the KYMN Morning Show. This is Jeff Johnson. Join me each weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. when I talk with local people making news. Rich Larson has the area's most comprehensive and up-to-date newscasts. Weather specialist Bob Matheson will have your forecast. And Tim McNiff joins us for news with a side of sports. Find out what's happening in your community by listening to 95.1 FM, AM 1080, or online at kymnradio.net. KYMN 95 The One.
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. This opportunity gives students a chance to get real-life experience and build their writing skills. Working at Northfield Live isn't just about the on-screen coverage. The reports and stories about games, athletes, and coaches are just as important as broadcasting the game itself. If you or someone you know might be interested in learning how to write stories about local high school sports, we encourage you to call, text, or email us at the Northfield Live page anytime. From all of us at Northfield Live, go Raiders!
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by Hyatt. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Hyatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Thank you, of course, to Service Master, bringing you our post-game cleanup when disaster strikes. Demand the yellow van. Third period, one score, a couple of penalties here and there along the way, but other than that, they're pretty clean. Third period, but they sat Quist down, number 11, after he got he had a major penalty and a couple other penalties for roughing, and so down, they sat him down.
Yeah, I want to give a lot of credit to Mankato East coach Adam Freese. Yeah, that was intentional. We noticed it. Quist didn't see the ice in the third period, and that's a message that's being sent. It's an important message to all the players on that team. There's just no place for that, and so the third period was physical, but it wasn't cheap, and the Raiders come away with a nice victory. Mankato East plays in a weaker section 3. They're going to be a top 4 team there. They'll lick their wounds from this and go back, and they go up against the Lavernes and Marshalls and Mankato West and New Ulms, and so they'll be a factor. I would expect them to be competitive in the section there, but tonight this was the Raiders' night. The power play goals were the key. Just incredible efficiency on the power play. Cam Kaiser, 4 goals, highlight reel stuff, frankly. Really. And then Ben Geiger, a freshman defenseman, first goal, played a great game back there. His vision, I can see why the coach has him playing. He's a good, smart defenseman. Overall,
and he's young. He's a freshman.
Oh, he's a freshman. You don't normally see freshmen in the Big Nine, frankly, any high school hockey, unless they absolutely have to be. And he looks like he's got the confidence of a senior right now. Probably helps to have a brother on the team, but he's a good asset. So this was a good win. To this Friday, Jimmy, big game for the Raiders, playing the number. I don't know what they're seated somewhere in the top 10. The St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders at the Bloomington Ice Garden in the Youth Hockey Hub Friday night ice matchup, which will be streamed on the Youth Hockey Hub YouTube channel. So that'll be a real big test for the Raiders here. We saw that the Crusaders in the state tournament, I think they're consolation semifinal, and so the coach has got this team playing likely state tournament teams like Delano later on, St. Cloud Cathedral. That's the kind of competition that is going to be seen at the state tournament. So,
they had Orno earlier in the season.
Yes,
Monticello,
absolutely. Those are 2 other ones.
And they like to do that. They like to step up to the competition, because when you do get the sections, you are going to be seeing those teams.
Yeah,
and you got to see, you got to gauge yourself where you're at. So
yes,
the Raiders have won their 13th contest of the season, 13-1-2. So they're still doing really, really well. Everyone, I think, is aware who that front line is with Cam Kaiser and Munson and those guys, and so they know those guys are coming.
But
they're going to try to defend them too.
Yeah, the Big Nine is not sealed yet. We have a big game coming up here on February 3rd against Rochester Century John Marshall. They only have 1 conference loss and 1 tie, so a little work to be done. Game against Winona and Mayo, I guess, will be the last 2 conference games, but some big non-conference action coming up. Then I guess we're at Owatonna too. I can't forget about that. That'll be a big one coming up as well on February 8th. So, but the Raiders continue to roll. Their power play looks fantastic. Their defense plays well. Goalies really last couple of games haven't been tested too much.
They had 10 shots on goal for the night, 3 in that last period. The Raiders, were taking things a little bit easier, but they still outshot them 11-3 there, a 44-10 total on the night. And, of course, the fourth goal of the night, 23rd on the season, and the 37th point for Cam Kaiser in that third period at the 14-minute mark right at the end there as he broke away and scored to put them up 7-0.
With the water bottle shot there for good measure. That one will be on the graduation tape, I think. Cam had a fantastic night. Just played his game. That first line, that's got to be comparable with any line in Class A in the state. Frankly, they are that good. Munson, and when they came out for that last goal, the coach had been rolling the third and fourth line, and he popped that first line out, and boy, it was one shot after another.
So our next broadcast on Northfield Live will be Thursday, January 25th, which is just 2 days away, as the girls basketball team will take on Mankato East. 7 o'clock pregame, and it will be Winona will be back here for a hockey contest against Winona on, I believe, Tuesday, January 30th. That one will be broadcast on KYMN as well and streamed live here on NorthfieldLive.com. So again, our post-game cleanup brought to you by ServiceMaster by Hyatt. When disaster strikes, demand the yellow van. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Northfield Raiders win this one 7-0. Along with Gordon Moore, Jimmy LaRue, Lance, and Mickey Reister, we thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you, and have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time on KYMN and NorthfieldLive.com.